Welcome to the Coach and Crew Show, and I am your host, the coach, Charlie Krause, and we're doing a Raw recap for Monday, February 7th, 2 weeks before the Elimination Chamber. And first off, before I can go anywhere else, I need everybody to shush because the Alpha Academy had their quiz bowl with RK Bro. And let me tell you, if anybody deserves the gold star sticker of the month, congratulations, you did it. It's got to be Chad Gable. Just his character, he's figured out how to be the annoying know-it-all, and he's playing it perfect. Sheesh, I can't do it, but I wish I could. That I have like two imitations for y'all, and that's only one of them. So, what a great opening set. That's what wrestling is all about. When you have a quiz bowl to open a show, this is a throwback to the Attitude Era. I don't care if it was predictable. The only thing more predictable would have been the Denver Broncos question with John Elway at the very end for RK Bro to win it. But you know what? It doesn't matter one bit. Okay. Great segment. Love the spots. Fun way to start it off. Then they even doubled down, and the Alpha Academy got the win over the Street Profits. Short match, could have gone longer. And once again, Gable was clearly the most technical superstar, and it was time that he got himself a W. So I don't care if it was a roll-up, pin, it worked. It's what needed to happen, and it works. Alpha Academy is getting some momentum, and they're going in the right direction with this. And there's this is just good stuff they're doing with the Alpha Academy. So I really like what they're doing with that. If you can't tell, coming one of my new favorite tag teams. I'd love to see it turn into a stable. And how far can this go? Because good stuff. Then the show took an immediate left turn. And when we all knew, because when Brock Lesnar's on a show, unless he's a surprise entrance at the very end, we all are told in advance he's on the show, so people tune in to watch Brock. Well, they never once did that. So it was a heavy assumption Brock was absent. Well, that was confirmed when Bobby came out, got some cheers to his home crowd, cut a C- promo, and then left. And that was his highlight of the night. And usually with the Elimination Chambers, you've got three groups of two, and somehow, some way they're going to combat back and forth. That didn't happen, neither on the ladies' side, and we'll get to that in a minute as well. Alexa Bliss's promo and her transformation of characters, I've been told they've recorded 9 episodes of that. It feels like we're on episode 49 already. I've lost count on that. These episodes are maybe 60 seconds, but they're 60 seconds too long. It's just not working for me. And maybe other people are liking it. Maybe they don't. Another match that kind of fell flat, the Damian Priest, AJ Styles match. Again, AJ Styles, you're in the chamber. Why aren't you going up against someone who's in the chamber? I don't know. The match itself, it was flat. The crowd was flat until you got the final pop at the end. AJ should have won it, and now he's got himself a title fight next week on the Go Home show. I know. So something needs to happen with Damian Priest. Either he needs to lose the belt and snap and retain the belt, but his character has gotten a little bit flat. He needs to figure out how to evolve to the next step of his character, or at least he's been pigeonholed. How about that? I don't know what better way to say it. And our buddy The Miz, and if we remember last week where he got the cheap DQ or the kick out of Rey Mysterio, and then got the cheap roll up win. Well, in perfect golden age storyline of the 80s, to which I grew up in, it was the exact same thing that happened, but in opposite form. This reminded me so much of the Saturday morning superstars that we would watch right before the Kung Fu Theater would come on. And whatever happened the previous week, the exact opposite thing would happen the very next week to counterbalance the storylines to build up that storyline. So they pulled a page out of a playbook from, oh my gosh, how long ago was that? 40 years ago now? Golly, I'm getting old. But perfect playbook. We saw what's going to happen. This time, Maurice gets kicked out. Ray holds the ankle, and the Miz gets rolled up by Dominic. So 1-1 on that scoreboard. Is it going to be Miz versus Ray win? Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, or is it going to go all the way out to Mania? But you can see that's the way that storyline pathway is heading. And the first time around, this time around it was fun because, like I said, it had a little vintage feeling, at least for me. But I've been watching this stuff for a lot longer than most. In the ladies' side of things, let's start with the champion herself, Becky and Lita. I know when Becky came back, she wanted to be the heel. Well, you can only be the heel if the crowd allows you to be the heel. When The Rock tried being the heel, he was too funny. We all loved him. It was great. He was awesome. And people would laugh at him being the heel. Even when he was making fun of us, we still asked for more. Well, Becky, you're not at the Rock level status, but to the same extent, the average person wants to choose for Becky. So she's trying her hardest to heal it up. And I don't know if it's just going to work. They might have to just say, just be you. You be you. Whatever it is, it is. If you get booed in one city, you get booed in one city. If you get cheered in another, you get cheered in another. Because Becky, as a heel, the crowd isn't buying it. They're going to want to cheer for who they want to cheer for. And right now they want to cheer for Becky. Lita versus Becky. They're going to have to figure out a way to put a little bit more heat on the storyline because we're all assuming Becky's going into Mania as the champion. So there's got to be some hope that Lita's not just a quick fix. And that's unfortunate for Lita, but that's probably the way most people feel towards that. Having said that, they did announce 5 of the 6 competitors for the women's side Rumble match. It's a number 1 contenders match. And 5 of the 6 have been announced. Rhea Ripley, who is absent this week, Doudrop, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Nikki ASH. So now who's the mystery guest? So, Crew Nation, why don't you comment below, please, if your prediction, who's going to be the final entrance to the Elimination Chamber in 2 weeks, next Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, I guess, American time, for the Elimination Chamber, Raw's number 1 contender for the women's belt. Who do you think will be the 6th and final entrance? Comment below, Crew Nation. So they matched them up. And again, if I was writing the scripts, Bianca Belair and Doudrop would have been matched up 1-on-1. Liv Morgan and Nikki ASH would have been matched up 1-on-1. And out of the 4 of them, the character that's, I think, building the most up slowly and getting slow momentum is Liv Morgan. Now, she took the L and took the pin, but her character is, out of the 4 of those, is the one I'm rooting for the most. It's being a slow build up. I still think Bianca Belair is the extreme heavy favorite. I don't see her not winning that, and I see her going into Mania to face Becky as a rematch from SummerSlam, from which she took the title off of her. We'll see where that goes, but that's the storyline they're building up and they're trying to shape up. Main event of the night, and I'm going to only call it a tag team match because the singles match lasted about 6.5 seconds, it felt like. KO ran in and interfered with the Riddle Seth freaking Rollins match, causing an instant stoppage. I'm not going to even count that in my little power rankings thing I have on my webpage that you can check out at your convenience. So we're going to say it was a tag match. And for a Raw tag match, this thing could have gone twice as long and still been twice as good. This was a good match. It was a great match. given the time frame that it was given. Could have been even longer. Seth freaking Rollins with the curb stomp on Riddle for the pin. What a match. And then to get the last laugh, a little RKO out of nowhere on KO. But great match to end the show. Overall, the show itself was probably more in the categories of Alpha Academy gets the standout of the night. They really, really impressed. Good stuff there. After that, it was a lot of just going through the motions and just putting pieces together that never really connected with the fans one way or the other. We got one more Raw to go, which is the go home show. And then a week from Saturday is the Elimination Chamber. Give us your feedback, Crew Nation. After you hit the subscribe button and the like button, please do us the favor of to subscribe. Help us out. We're growing big, but we need more. So help us out if you haven't subscribed yet. Subscribe to us, hit the like button, and then on the comments section, who do you think is the final combatant in the Raw Women's Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match to go to WrestleMania? We'll see you next time.